And here we go. We have liftoff. Propulsion continues to be nominal.
R68 chamber pressure looks good.
Following up. Roger, roll, Atlantis.
Water towers fly! Yes!
Tango down to nominal.
Flight downside FD off. Bring in FD off. Off. It's orange!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Decollage. What is it? Put that in the big bag, Eagle.
343 unfolds to go.
Indeed.
We rise together, back to the moon and beyond.
This methane will be igniting in the flare, correct?
Yikes. You good? Sure. We don't need any more of these.
Good evening. This is no joke. You are taking a live look right now at Space Launch Complex 40 at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. Do not adjust your sets. This is the actual view with Pad 40 currently obscured by storms in the area. This is all our cameras can see, but we promise you it is looking at Pad 40. You can see some of the blinking lights from the 4 towers as proof. Where Falcon 9 is hopefully set to launch, weather pending, an actual customer payload mission tonight. I am Sawyer Rosenstein. I'll be your host for today's launch attempt. Of course, I am not alone through all of this. I am joined by Alex on commentary as well. How's it going, Alex?
It's going all right. I mean that black view, like, what is going on out there? It feels like is there rain? Are we now in Vandenberg or something? Like, what did happen there?
This is not a national security payload. They did not deploy the smoke screen in front of our cameras to obscure it, so
It's a good one.
I think the person to ask about that is the person in the field tonight, and that is Max Evans. Max, how you doing out there?
It's wet, guys. It is currently raining over at the press site again. Yes, it is a rather interesting evening because the weather is not playing ball, and the countdown is still continuing to this point. So, keeping our fingers crossed that everything goes well. But at the moment, it's looking kind of bleak, and we are already at the end of the window. So, I remember Kevin actually asked me before the stream to check on the camera, asking if it was still on or if there was a problem, and I'm like, no, Kevin, no, you just can't see 40. It's raining that hard. It's just black.
Yeah, we looked, we checked. The pad's still there, but even from fleet cameras and all of our other cameras we have there, yeah, it's black. And I think it's important to take this time, Max. What was the percentage of go that we were expecting for today's weather?
Forecast from quadrant was
I think we have a Robo
Okay,
Max
yeah.
there for a moment.
For a
yeah,
second, I thought it was just me.
the weather not doing great, turns out, with the cell signal out there too. But anyway, yeah, the official forecast was 30% go, with it supposedly improving to 45% go, right? Later in the window?
Yeah, that's not great weather, but we've seen SpaceX usually sort of threading the needle, if you will, trying to keep the countdown going, right? Trying to keep the chances. Now, however, right now they are counting down to 9:54 p.m. Oh my god, that was a cube zoom. They they have the launch attempt for 9:54 p.m. Eastern. That will be 1:54 UTC. And so that means they have only 4 minutes in the window because they said it begins at 8:02 p.m. and it runs for 116 minutes if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, essentially we are pretty much near the end of the window, so they cannot really move that much. It is
It's
now or never.
It's worth noting what you see on the screen there for launch day. 70% probability of violation, decreasing to 55 with the cumulus cloud rule, anvil cloud rule, surface electric field rule. Let's take a look at the 24-hour delay. If they happen to go tomorrow, copy paste. Literally. Everything else there is almost exactly the same as above. Same percentage, same primary concerns, although at least upper level wind
Even-
shear, booster recovery, weather, and solar activity are low.
Even the little details where it says weather, visibility, temperature, humidity, like it says there, for example, for today, scattered storms and then visibility 7 miles. How far away is the pad from the press site? Because it feels to me that visibility should be even lower now.
I believe it's about 4.5-ish miles away.
Yeah, look at this. You can only see the blinking lights on the towers.
Yeah, that is
Wow.
proof that it is definitely 40. You could see there are 3 blinking lights and the fourth one obscured as usual. So those are the 4 towers. What are the 4 towers for? I know, but there it is. And take a look at this wide view. On the left, you could see, I believe that would be 39A on the left, or is that B?
I think that's B.
39B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I
And
can
then,
see
yeah, because you can see the blinking of the Starship Tower on the far right for 39A.
exactly.
Look at the glow in the clouds, though. Anyway, the one thing we should talk about, Alex, tonight, then, while we're dealing with the weather stuff, is what this particular mission is. What is Nusantara Lima?
Well, it's a communications satellite for Pasifik Satelit Nusantara of Indonesia, and they're gonna be launching this as part of their own constellation of satellites. They've had already a few launching on Falcon 9, for example, Merah Putih 2, PSN 6, I think, also was part of this as well. So they have launched already a few on Falcon 9. This is just another one joining GEO. And it's one of these that are so-called high throughput satellites because they have these big antennas that they deploy and everything. It's a big satellite, close if not over 6 metric tons. It's a really big satellite for even a GEO satellite. So yeah, it's gonna go to geosynchronous transfer orbit on this mission. Then it's gonna use its own onboard propulsion to get into GEO after Falcon 9 drops it off into geostationary transfer orbit. But that's essentially the payload for today. Your sort of typical GEO satellite, I guess. Not your ordinary GEO satellite. We need that, I guess. But yeah, it's just another geostationary satellite for communications. This one in particular for PSN. Wow, look at that.
Holy
You can see the
lightning.
lightning.
Wow.
Yeah.
That one seemed particularly bright. Was that over towards 40 and 41 that way?
That was indeed in the direction. Actually, that's my car right there on the bottom on the bottom side of your screen. I'm currently joining you guys from inside my car. Yeah, that was about in the direction of like 40 and 41, at least from this vantage point from here at the press site here at the Kennedy Space Center. Yeah, weather is not great. Oh, Alex has asked me to flash the lights. Hang on. Let's see if there we go.
That works.
Okay.
It
Yeah, I
worked.
guess I
but
didn't know
yes.
if it was if it was good for me to actually say it here. But yeah. There's the proof. He's there.
Yeah, if you start doing SOS, then we know we're in trouble.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've had some questions about this going into it here. With all of these different phase 1 and phase 2 warnings, first off, right now, all of Cape Canaveral Space Force Station is currently in a phase 2 lightning warning. There is a phase 1 lightning watch, which is basically just there's lightning in the area to keep an eye out. And then there is a phase 2 lightning warning, which lightning is actively in the area and everyone has to basically be indoors for that. What are the deal max for fueling with that?
So as far as we understand it, I think Alex has finer details on it, but from our understanding, propellant loading on board Falcon 9 is not recommended under phase 2 conditions. I believe, Alex, correct me if I'm wrong, under these conditions, you are technically allowed to load the first stage, but it's loading the upper stage that becomes a no-go point at that mark. Is that right, Alex?
Yeah, I think we saw one launch in particular where they did that. Now you might see the top left. We change to hold in our countdown.
Yeah.
And
So
yeah,
we could see, by the way, everything now in phase 2, including where Max is right now. So just worth noting that is a phase 2 lightning warning everywhere. And on top of that, they have entered a hold. So Alex, there was a total of 4 minutes left in the window. So technically, they have 4 minutes to figure it out, right?
yeah. I mean, the problem is 4 minutes doesn't give you too much. Even in Florida, we have you have the joke, I guess. Say we as if I was in Florida or anything like that. But you guys in Florida, you have this sort of saying of like, if you don't like the weather, just wait 10 minutes. I think 4 minutes is still not enough. Having been there already last year, I think 4 minutes is probably not enough, especially when you have a 35-minute propellant load sequence, right? As we were mentioning, there are constraints there on when you can actually load propellant on the rocket. So yeah, not great.
Yeah, we're waiting for the official word to come through, but the hold was initiated at T minus 48 minutes and 22 seconds into the count. And as a reminder, this is the end, or basically the end, of a 116-minute launch window. So they've been trying for about 2 hours to find a gap to make this work tonight. And so far, not looking like that's going to happen, given the clock is currently in a hold at this point. While we wait for the official word, some other interesting questions here. Max, Kurt wants to know, can Falcon 9 fly through the fog?
Through the fog, yes. Oh wow! Holy
Ooh.
cow! So that right out the window. But yes, Falcon 9 can indeed launch in the fog, as we have seen from Vandenberg Space Force Base a number of times. Also from here, I think there's been a handful of missions now where our view towards Falcon 9, whether it be from the Cape side or from here at the Price site at the Kennedy Space Center, has been completely obstructed by fog. And also, I think one of the most famous missions that was fogged over was the return of Falcon Heavy at the end of 2022 with the USSF-44 mission. That was completely fogged out for everyone here at KSC and for those south of us as well. So yes, Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy actually can indeed launch in the fog.
Yeah, I remember the 44 mission. The only reason I knew it launched was because I started to hear it after seeing the countdown clock hit the plus. It's the only reason I knew it lifted off was you could see the countdown clock and it switched to plus. It's like, oh, it launched. Cool.
And then you heard it afterwards.
Yeah. So it is possible, just not usual. And also, as you pointed out, Vandenberg is a perfect example. The real question in Vandenberg is, can they launch without fog?
It does happen on occasion.
Yeah, I mean, we call it Vanden fog for a reason, right?
I mean, it's true. Although now waiting for Chris Bergen to come in and go, oh, well, it's the Florida postcards, the Florida Tourism Bureau lies. They show all these pictures of sunny skies, and yet here's torrential downpours and things here. So, let me really quickly here also just thank Andrew Sellers, who before we even went live upgraded to a Capcom member. Capcom and above gets access to the NSF Discord. I believe that's flashing blue lights, not lightning, but still. Yes, thank you very much for becoming a Capcom member. Hopefully we'll see you in the Discord. And you can settle debates about bagels, and now apparently debates about pizza. Thank you very much, Space Pope, for that. F6B saying, you be quiet with that S word. Don't worry, I didn't mention today's producer because our producer today said typed the S word out before we even went live. So Kevin Michael Reed, calling you out there as a thank you for producing and also for saying the word.
What word, Sawyer? What word was that?
I didn't say the word,
You typed it.
but I didn't say it.
That counts.
You absolutely said it.
I didn't say it.
It absolutely counts. In a post saying, hey, I'm scheduling the release of Starbase Update, which, if you haven't seen, is out now, so you should definitely go check it out. The timing was selected because Kevin said, and I quote, I will say the word at this point since we are in a hold, because it's probably going to happen anyway.
Go ahead, Alex.
Can I call it?
Yes.
Yeah, the website has been updated already. It's showing Tuesday, September 9th for the Falcon 9 launch of the Nusantara Lima mission. So
There we go.
unfortunately, yeah.
There's the breaking news. Kevin's exact wording was, quote, I'm betting on a scrub. And boy, did he bet on a scrub, because now we've got the merch to go with it. This is the very rare scrub merch. Right now you can see the one here. I watched the whole stream and all I got was a Falcon 9 scrub. And if you look in the top left of your screen, you may see the inspiration behind it. So that is the secret shop. And again, this only happens for a scrub, and it only is open for a few hours after the launch attempt is called. So you now have 6 hours to get it. If you don't get it then, it's going to disappear, and you'll have to wait until the next time a scrub happens, which of course we hope never happens. So, but yeah, the time is limited on this one if you want to act on the NSF secret shop, which is now open. Alex, what was the next opportunity for this launch? When can they try again?
Well, now they are targeting, because since they scrubbed today, now we can say it without jinxing it. I didn't say it beforehand, unlike Kevin.
Ouch.
I'm gonna be fired. Anyways, but yeah, so it says targeting Tuesday, September 9th. So yeah, they're targeting tomorrow, 24-hour turnaround essentially on this. The 116-minute window opens at 8:01 p.m. Eastern. So same window, just 1 minute earlier. Not really that much of a change.
Yep. Also still a 116-minute, so basically 2-hour window. Everything is almost identical, as we were mentioning earlier. So the window is almost identical, the length of the window is identical, and the weather forecast is identical. In the words of from my cousin Vinny, it's identical. So yeah, that means a 30% chance of favorable weather, improving to 45% favorable as the window goes on. We will keep an eye, of course, on the weather. So you can also watch it yourself with Space Coast Live, our 24/7 live cameras there. And of course, the NSF social teams will keep you updated of the launch dates and times and any changes that may happen on all of your favorite social accounts. So at this point, though, I think we're going to wrap things up here. And yeah, we'll do this all again tomorrow. What do you say? Alex, shall we do it again tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm all for it. Yeah. Let's do it again. Not a scrub, though. Not again.
No,
No.
definitely not
Launch.
that again.
The actual launch. There we go.
Max, you willing to come back and bag up some more cameras and get ready to hopefully see you launch tomorrow?
100%. Y'all, this is just part of the game. We know the rules going in, and this is just how it is played. So, scrubs are a part of spaceflight, and surely will not be the last. But try again, and we will hopefully see y'all back again for take 2 tomorrow.
There we go. And Kevin Michael Reed pushing the buttons, pulling the levers, saying the scrub word in the back channel. Thank you very much, Kevin, for producing tonight. I'm Sawyer.
It wasn't me.
Thank you, Shaggy. I'm Sawyer Rosenstein. I have been your host for this evening's launch attempt. We will see you right back here tomorrow on NSF.
And here we go.
We have liftoff.
Propulsion continues to be normal.
RCPA chamber pressure looks good.
Rolling up. Roger, roll, Atlantic.
Water towers, fly! Tango down to nominal.
Flight downside FD off. Bring in FD off. Off. It's orange! Orange 25! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Décollage.
Put that in the big bag, Eagle.
343 unfolds to go.
Indeed.
We rise together, back to the moon and beyond.
This methane will be igniting in the flare, correct?
Yikes.
118.